So hey, life groups, I hope that you have had a great week so far. Man, it was so brilliant to have you all with us in church for Sunday. This Sunday was a little bit different, though. Let's be honest. It was the first time that we actually have taken up what is going to become our annual legacy offering. So what's amazing for you guys is you can say you were in the room when we launched this brand new initiative. I think that you've probably only have had to need to have been in church for like probably a couple of weeks, and you will realize and recognize that talking about money it's just not my favorite subject, although I very much feel like God has graced my life with an ability to talk about it in a way that does seem to resonate and connect, but it's just never easy. This Sunday just gone, we started to speak about the reasons really why we give. We spoke about what we know. And then we started to speak about the things that we're going to do and achieve and accomplish with our legacy offering together. So I guess really for Life Group TV tonight, let me just recap with you just two real simple thoughts. The first thought is this: I am convinced that giving is a God thing. And the reason why I think I know that is because I wouldn't naturally choose to give. And typically, when I have these ideas that maybe don't fit right with me, it's probably because God is leading me in a certain direction of thought. You know, the book of Malachi, it talks about how we're supposed to bring into the local storehouse, the local church, a tenth, which means, or it says actually the tithe, which means 1/10, the first fruits of our increase and of our labor. It's probably a little bit of a divisive subject in Christendom because some people say you shouldn't give 10%, you should give all because that's what the New Testament teaches. I think that it's a safe place to say that giving starts at 10%, but generosity starts at 11. I think it's a principle that Emma and I have lived out our entire married life. We teach our children about this. Because what I know for sure is this: it's the only place in Scripture that we're encouraged to test God in it. And I think it's because he knew, right? How hard is it to trust God with our finances, especially when you're honoring God by bringing your local church a tenth of what you earn before you pay anything else? It takes faith. So giving is a God thing. But the next thing that we know is that giving is a hard thing. We looked at that story of the woman that gave 2 coins into the bucket. And what fascinates me from that scripture is how it talks about Jesus didn't watch how much she gave, but it says he saw how she gave. And whereas there were other wealthy, affluent people in the room that were given huge amounts of money, but proportionately it wasn't all that significant, that God didn't really look at what they gave, but it tells us that Jesus saw what the widow gave when she gave all that she had. And this is what I'm convinced of. Giving is a God thing and giving is a hard thing. But I am convinced now more than ever that when there is a community of people like we're building here at Liverpool One Church that are willing to sacrifice and get crazy generous, we see people's lives changed for Christ. So I guess really, maybe you could start off tonight by talking about the times when you felt it difficult to give, and talk about how you've now landed at a place of being confident to give or trust in God financially. And hopefully this kind of makes sense. A little bit of a different night. Life group leaders, I'm so sorry. I don't want to make this an awkward conversation for you, but I do believe that when you're generous, you're living life in such a way that's close to God's heart, because we're not called to live a me-centered life. We're called to live a life that's about others, and generosity plays a huge part in that. Have a great night, guys.